But I was troubled from what I read in the Bible. I said, I don't believe enough. If I believe enough, I won't be like this.
Hello, my wonderful viewers. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to Agapen TV, or right on Agapen TV. Please, if you are first time on my channel, don't forget to subscribe, share, and like all our videos. We are right here with esteemed man of God, Pastor Chris Oyakhilome. Pastor Chris has somehow to give this shocking message that makes people cry. This message is a very powerful message. You are going to learn a lot from this message. Let's quickly dive into this message as Pastor Smith speaks. Thank you as you listen.
In life, you determine how you want to live for God. You determine the level of your believing. You decide how much you want to believe. Do you want to believe halfway? Do you want to believe partially? Do you want to believe wholeheartedly? How much do you want to believe? In 1981, I stood in my room contemplating, asking myself questions. I had been reading the Bible. I saw several things in the scriptures. I was deeply moved. I asked myself, how much do you believe? How much do you believe? How much do you want to believe? I fell on my knees. I started crying. I cried. I said, oh God, I don't think I believe enough. I said, I believe too little. I don't believe enough. I said, look what I've read. How can I believe this and be like this? I said, I don't believe enough. I wept. I wept so much. I said, God, I want to believe more. I want to believe completely. I don't believe enough. For if I believe enough, I won't be where I am. Remind you that by 1981, I was already holding crusades. I was a soul winner. I was winning souls. I was going to the streets, house to house, winning souls. I was going to hospitals and schools to lead people to Christ. If I got in the cab, I preached. If I got in the bus, I preached. But I was troubled from what I read in the Bible. I said, I don't believe enough. If I believe enough, I won't be like this. I was looking at the burden of soul winning in my heart. How strong was it? I was thinking, what more can I do? How much do I want to win souls, Christ? What is my vision like? How am I seeing the world? I looked at the prophets. I've been reading about them. I looked at Jesus. I looked at the apostles. I saw people that believed. I said, God, I don't believe enough. How can I believe enough? I want to believe completely. I want to believe the Bible totally. I was thinking, can this book be believed completely? Am I making a mistake? Am I supposed to believe maybe some of it and leave some out? With what I knew in the Bible, with what I come to understand, what I read, I didn't want to leave any part of it out. It was too good for me to leave out. I said, everything I've seen so far is worth believing. I want to believe everything I've seen. Is it possible that some of it doesn't need to be believed? How is that possible? And I said, Lord, I don't think I want to leave anything out. It's all so good. It's all so wonderful. It's all from the same beautiful Spirit of God. How could I leave any part of it out? Now, what was going through my mind was, what's the implication of believing everything and believing with all my heart? What would this mean for me? Now I began to think, what would it mean if I dared believe the whole Bible with my whole heart? What would it mean? Now, I was thinking aloud. I needed answers. What would it mean if I dared to believe the whole Bible with my whole heart? One thing I knew for sure was it would change my life. But what will it be like? What will my life become? Who will I be? That I wasn't sure yet. But I knew it would change me. I just didn't know what I would be. If it changed me, what will I be like? Will I somehow run into the bush? What will happen? Will I look mad? Crazy? What will happen? I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure. I'm trying to believe the whole Bible with my whole heart. What will happen to me? I started thinking about people I knew who had been Christians. I said, but I don't want to be like this. Nice Christians. I said, but no, I don't want to be like this. No, not like this. I said, I want to be like what I'm seeing in the book. But if I'm changed, what will happen to me? You see, when you come to Christ, there are decisions to be made. There are decisions to be made. If you really want to know Him, there are decisions to be made. You have to know that it will change your life. It will change your life. Question is whether you know what your life will become. Do you know what your life will become? If you dare to believe with all your heart, it will change your life. But what will it change to? Do you have an idea what it will become? And will you like what it turns out to be? Do you have a clue? Are you feeling like sitting down? Are you feeling like sitting down? Forget your legs for the moment. Yeah, forget that you have legs for now. He says, and Jesus returned in the power of the Spirit into Galilee, and there went out a fame of him through all the region round about. A picture. That's a picture. That's a picture. As I contemplated, what will I be? How will my parents react? How will my friends react? What will I be? So my struggle was, I want to believe this Bible. I want to believe everything in it. And I want to believe with all my heart. And the knowledge of the fact that I was convinced it would change me. But what to? I'm sure you would like to know how that part of it, how that was solved. Would you like to know? Okay. That'll be in the night then.